Gilbert, welcome, man.
Oh, well, thank you.
Of course. Thank you.
I saw you tinkling in the men's room.
Oh,
Were you watching Gilbert?
Yeah. Well, I saw his backpack. I didn't know it was him. I saw the backpack, and you can't look at the face.
yeah.
Why can't you look at the face?
He's tinkling.
Well,
I didn't want to say.
When somebody's pissing in the men's room, generally good manners not to like lean over.
I wish I would have known it was you.
Straight in the
I would have grabbed you by the shoulders and shook you with happiness.
yeah.
You try to avoid eye contact.
Yeah,
I
just
see.
like if someone's taking a shit, you don't go over and give them a big hug.
Of course you do. You kneel down, you hug their waist. Best time to hug someone.
I got a bathroom etiquette question real quick. I was in the shitter a couple weeks ago. There was a guy in the stall next to me. A guy peeing at the urinal sneezed. The guy in the stall next to me said, "Bless you." Do you get involved with people's sneezes when you're taking a shit? Do you bless somebody?
From stall to stall? No, when you're in the stall, you have to act like you're not even there.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's weird, right?
Well, if you're the Pope, then your blessing means more.
You know, someone has talked to the Pope while he was shitting. Those big white trousers around his ankles. Asked him a question. Yes, give him a Hail Mary. Fucking taking a fucking dump.
Just see the top of the hat poking up over the door.
Tell him to say a few off fathers.
You see the hat, you don't know if it's him or there's be a cross burning.
We need an answer, Pope. We need an answer. We need it. Yeah.
Your Holiness. You hear the telltale sounds of an old man shitting. Oh, no.
It really does humanize him.
It really does.
It humanizes everybody.
Yeah.
That's a bad shit. He lights that smoking thing up. Gotta air this place out.
I thought it was so eloquent. I can't remember who said it, but somebody said, you know, I don't get intimidated by people. I don't get intimidated meeting everybody. Everybody shits.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, you're right.
That's true.
You could just picture them squatting over a bowl and shitting.
That is true, but whatever fool said that is lying. I don't get intimidated by, but sure you do.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Oh, I thought you meant not everybody shits.
Who are some famous people you can't imagine shitting?
Well, the Pope until today.
Yeah.
That was,
Chuck Berry. Yeah, it's a good. I can't. Anyone, but you don't really necessarily want to picture it. I can picture any of them sitting, but you can't picture any of them struggling.
I'd have a tough... the strain.
The struggle or
the
liquidy
difficult-
shit.
yeah.
The type where you have to fucking like dab the back of your thighs and your ass cheeks.
I want my heroes to have a nice release.
A nice quick taper, one wipe.
Yeah.
You don't want to have them going, oh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and splatter.
I think it's the legends. Like Dolly Parton would be a tough one
Yeah,
to picture dropping a deuce.
it would be.
Oh, I could see her.
You
yeah,
could?
yeah, because she's a little on the fat side. So she, I wouldn't have a trouble seeing Dolly Parton.
You think because of the big breasts would lead to big shits?
Yeah,
I see.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah, that
that's-
would lead to a big shit.
That's an interesting
love that
philosophy.
How about Jennifer Aniston?
I can not only picture her shitting, but me laying under it.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like Jennifer Aniston tries to market herself as like kind of the every girl, like she's just a cool chick, and you know what cool chicks do?
Yeah, they shit.
They shit.
Yeah,
They
that's
She's the girl next door. Next door, the girl is shitting. Yeah.
That'll be the ultimate celebrity video leak when you get like some A-list celebrity taking a shit on a paper plate for her boyfriend.
Yeah.
There's got to be one.
Now, Anne Hathaway. Can you picture her taking this shit?
She's so luxurious, no?
Yeah.
You would think that would be... Okay, no, I got it. It took me a second,
Yeah,
but I got there. Yeah,
yeah.
I haven't before.
I still think she looks great shitting. Don't get me wrong. I don't think she loses any points.
Not at all. She
No.
gains points.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a solid movement, bigger than 8 inches.
I picture her shit hits the water like a Chinese high diver. No splash. Just fucking tens across the board.
A nice juicy periscope just disappearing with grace. With
Where the
grace and dignity.
announcers are whispering, she's stepping up to the...
You know, Gilbert, you would actually be able to provide some insight. I don't know if this has ever happened to you, but we were having a conversation, I don't know if it was earlier this week or last week, where one of us, I won't say who, I don't want to embarrass anybody, one of us woke up after sharding in the bed, and there was a liquid residue between the cheeks. I don't want to mention
None
any
on the
names.
bed.
No, okay, none on the bed.
Gee,
Would you ever wake up with any kind of defecation problem in the bed?
I think I've been lucky so far.
Yeah.
You're a human in control.
So you shit in the bed?
I didn't, but it didn't go on the bed. It stayed between my cheeks. I felt like I had taken a small sip of coffee and was holding it between my lips. That's how it felt. That was how tentative and delicate.
Did you
looked
scream
like,
like
too.
you saw the horse's head in the bed and the gun when you woke up?
Well, that's like with Artie Lang. That happened. He one time.
Artie Lang, I couldn't picture not shitting.
I can picture him shitting in the bed when he's awake. Mistaking it for the toilet.
Yeah,
I just cut a hole in the mattress.
Artie Lang sold his toilet because he was shitting in the bed so much anyway. It's just a waste of space.
Some people do shit their pants occasionally.
Who?
I had an accident this weekend.
This weekend?
He told me in
Yeah.
break. I said, save it for the air.
Boy, that silent moment was like out of a mystery. Like the killer is in this room.
Colonel Mustard had the flu and got drunk and shit his pants in the study.
Troy was Colonel Mustard this weekend. Mustard in his pants.
Did you?
As a grown man, how does that happen?
Well, I was back home in Pennsylvania where I'm from. There's a
Oh,
great...
yeah, Pennsylvania.
Oh,
Enough
no,
said.
no.
Enough said. Got it.
But I'm
Yeah,
home.
little shoe fi pie.
I went to a place called Yakko's, and they have great hot dogs. I had 2 hot dogs, had a cheesesteak,
Wow.
had pierogies, and then I had Popeyes after.
Cheat day?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a great commercial plug. I was there. The hot dogs were great, and I took a shit in my pants afterwards.
You have
By
a
the
friend
way-
in Pennsylvania.
You know, Troy, for somebody that just got their tits done,
They're growing back.
you eating like that seems like you're just like it's a waste of money. It's an embarrassment of riches you have that you're gonna have to go back and get your tits done again.
I know. Yeah. So, but I was...
He had his tits
He
done.
had
He
his
did. He had
tits
breast
done.
aug-
You
Oh.
believe that?
What?
He had a boob job.
No,
So
Gilbert.
what? He had like man tits,
Yeah, he had
Yeah.
man titties.
and he had to have them that bad that he had to have
Yes.
them lifted.
Not
Yes.
lifted, but he had ice put on them, and that compressed his breast.
Oh,
it was more.
geez.
No, it wasn't. It was a full-on.
Yeah, like a cold.
tit job is what they're called. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's
Jeez,
cool
talk
sculpting,
about
actually.
Dolly Parton.
Yeah,
what-
exactly. He
What, what cup are you now? What
A
cup's that?
little bit better.
They
Yeah.
were actually able to fill up enough for Dolly Parton's next boob job. They put Troy's tit fat into her. It was
So wait, how much did you shit your pants?
So I
What
was standing at
happened?
a urinal, and you let a little fart out, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh boy. And so I was like, well,
was it just a fart?
no. So I went into the stall.
Yeah.
I took toilet paper, and I literally could scoop it out.
Oh,
Was it in your pants?
It did not touch my underwear.
Isn't
Thank
that
God.
amazing when you fucking when your cheeks it just goes to the brim and stops?
Yeah. You never see that on the Discovery show Life on Netflix.
You're deep into your 40s.
I had a lot of grease.
Like, don't you think? Isn't
I
that? Did you have a moment where you were like, I was gonna say I got to start getting my shit together, but that's probably not the
Yeah,
appropriate
sure.
phrase.
Well, no, it sounds like to me your grippers are shot, brother. Like you got no grip back there. Because what
too
guy
much-
doesn't know how to piss and fart at the same
But
time?
once in a-
It's so easy.
Once in a while, a little liquid does slip out. I've had
Thank you,
those
Jim.
moments.
Yeah,
those
but
mishaps.
you and Troy may have the same problem where you put enough back up there, and eventually the elasticity starts to wear out.
I mean, I can't argue.
Yeah. Both you got an easy pass set up like that.
Yeah, it's on my spine. Oh, now.
Has Julia Roberts ever shit in her pants?
have I or
No, Julia Roberts.
Oh, Julia Roberts.
Well, you think highly of yourself.
Well,
I
you
think
know,
you said Junior Roberts.
yeah, Junior. That's what I thought. he
Julia
said, yeah.
Roberts.
She
She did while she was doing her winning smile and laugh. In Pretty Woman.
When he snapped the thing on her finger and she
scared the
threw
shit
her
out of
hand
her,
back
yeah.
and started
Yeah.
giggling.
Yeah, that was a dumb Julia Roberts laugh.
I think it was just she did it once, and it was to get in character because Aaron Brockovich did, so she had to as well.
right.
Yeah. Aaron Brockovich was a well-known pants shitter, so Julia Roberts had to do it as well.
I'd love to see her panty collection and just to know that there's a fucking brown dot in the back and a crimson in the front of every pair of panties.
Oh, jeez.
Fucking 2-dot underpants.
Really humanizes a person, doesn't it?
Yeah, crimson and brown.
Hey, we're all the same, man. We all shit and we all get crimson stains in the front.
There's a picture of it in Us Magazine with the title, "She Shits in Her Pants. She's Just Like Us."
And they show like a collage of all of her panties in a half circle with 2 dots in each one. And there's one really bad one's the floop hair on the end.
You and your construction truck, you can relate to her now.
What about Kiss? When they're wearing those big, you love Kiss, Jim. When
I
they're
do.
wearing those big metal cod pieces, do you think they've ever shit their pants and have to take off those metal underwears to find what's under there?
I doubt Gene and Paul have, but I would
mean,
not
when they're
be
on stage, maybe.
Ace has probably and shit his pants.
Space Ace?
Yeah. Ace is too much of a rock star. He's too much of a rock star to not have shit his pants.
He would shit and announce it.
I just
Yeah.
shit myself.
Yeah.
And everybody go,
Right.
He'd miss a verse. What happened?
What's his name from
Goebbels.
The Stones?
Mick Jagger,
No.
Keith Richards, Ron
Keith
Wood,
Richards,
Charlie
Keith
Watts,
Richards.
Bill Tetley, Ted Scheckler.
I could see Keith Richards shitting in his pants all during the day.
I could see Keith Richards doing it just because he didn't want to get off stage. Like,
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
do this
Yeah.
here, like on purpose. I'm going to
Yeah.
take a shit right now.
Oh, Fergie one time
Fergie.
peed in her pants.
Oh,
on
she
stage.
pissed all over
Oh,
herself.
that's so hot.
I love the artistic commitment it takes.
I'd love her to piss
To
her
just-
pants while she's doing jumping jacks on my chest.
Oh, there it
Look
is.
at
There's the photo.
Oh, is that awesome?
Especially because you know she's wearing shorts. So there's a photo, a very famous photo of Fergie, and she's got piss all over her pants, but she's wearing shorts, which means
That
that
was-
while she was on stage, there was a nice piss stream coming out her short leg.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Jim standing
Yeah.
under it like it's a rainy day.
That reminds
His
me.
tongue out.
I love it.
Oh,
That's
you do.
sexy. Yeah, Fergie pee in her pants. Yes, it's great.
I just love the idea of a performer, whether it's a musician or comedian
Yeah.
or whoever it is, committing so much to the act that they're pissing and shitting themselves on stage because they're there to give it all to the audience.
yeah, Larry Hooper shit himself once on stage.
Peace out. Ba-dum.
Maybe Gilbert hasn't heard this song. Maybe you know the song, Gilbert?
Oh, no. What?
Oh, happy day.
Pretty good song, actually.
Yeah.
The sun is shining. Oh, happy
Looking at the wrong
day.
camera, by the way.
Yeah. His hair is perfect.
I love the flesh-colored suit.
I can't
course
get
it
enough
is.
of the chair in the background, the terrible columns. This is
Hey.
the greatest performance I've ever seen.
Hey, I killed my mother. Would you mind skinning her and making a suit out of her flesh?
Oh, he is the best.
Are we in the West or Rome?
I love this
In Texas, they have a lot of columns, you see.
sky blue
It
tie.
looks like it's outside. Yeah, definitely.
What show is this? Lawrence Welk?
It should be. Yeah, I believe it is.
Oh,
You like this, Gilbert? Is this your
Yeah,
style
yeah,
of
this is
music?
very exciting.
Yeah.
And I like the pink suit.
Yeah, isn't that nice? A
Yeah.
salmon suit.
Yeah.
Good shit. It's good shit.
All right, I can't. But listen, I just want to hear that over. I'm happy with this loop.
Well, of course, Gilbert, by the way, has all kinds of stuff. There's the documentary out that's on Hulu, iTunes, YouTube, Google Play, Amazon Video, on demand, DVD, Blu-ray. There's the amazing Colossal podcast. You're going to be at Caroline's, is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what. You just got to check GilbertGottfried.com.
Are you doing a full weekend there or just one night?
I think just one night.
Yeah, just the one night.
I don't know if you remember, Gilbert. I did a Caroline show with you. I opened for you. I was backstage with you and your wife and a friend of your wife. You guys had just had your first child.
Yeah.
And a friend of your wife's came by with a gift. She had made a blanket for you guys.
Oh, yes.
And she held it up in the green room, and and your wife goes, Gilbert, look how nice. And Gilbert goes, oh, an AIDS quilt. This was in the green room, the four of us. The woman could not have been more mortified. Fucking legend.
Gilbert is also, he's on Cameo. And, you know, we
Oh,
like...
do you do the shout outs?
oh, yeah.
We like to watch the Cameo videos on the show.
Oh,
and we
that's
also
great.
we rank celebrities based on how much they charge for their cameos and how, you know, how hard up they are. And I'm going to tell you something. Gilbert Gottfried, he has more integrity than most with his cameos.
I'm going to guess Gilbert charges $50 a shot. That's my guess.
Can
Let
I
me
tell you
see.
something? Gilbert, I have it on good information.
Yeah.
Is it $150?
Yeah.
Per Cameo.
See, I have a feeling a lot of the people who do it are like, hey, great, yeah. Hey, Bill, it's great, it's me.
Yeah.
And it's like they're too cool to do it.
Right.
Like, hey, shout out. And then that's it.
Now, do you worry at all? Brett Favre got in trouble. Because they snuck in anti-Semitic remarks. Do you worry that somebody's going to catch you saying something inappropriate?
That was funny. It was like,
like that?
American Nazi Party or something.
I think if the check clears, Gilbert is pretty good with whatever you
you're okay.
need.
It's all good.
If they pay me enough, I'll call for the next Holocaust.
The Jew is a cancer.
So
they're a vermin on our society.
So at 150, they don't need to sneak the message in.
Yeah,
you can just put it on the paper. I'll
Yeah.
say it. I see.
Just
Could you spell out kike for me?
I see.
Just a 3-second video of Gilbert going, "Show me your papers."
Do you want to watch one?
You bet I do.
All right, let's see.
Jeez.
Let's see the one Gilbert did for
Heather, yeah.
Hi. Gilbert Gottfried. This is a message.
Already she got her money's worth. Hi!
Somebody see that would have been. I bet you there are some celebrities who just do that. Go hi.
Right. But they don't even have they don't have a distinct voice. They don't have anything. It's just like
They'll say say hello to my cousin Bill. Hey Bill. And then that's it.
I like that you're now. This is smart though, because you're killing time in the video by going hi. This is Gilbert. Everyone knows your voice.
Yeah.
You're announcing it, so you're killing 4 seconds.
There's no actual time limit though. On these
No, I know, but you're still getting into it.
a little extra value.
I should take a sip of coffee in between each couple of words too.
You know, you should turn the camera on before you're even sitting down. Just
Yeah,
let it run as you're walking in.
You slide in like Tom Cruise in Risky Business. AIDS quilt, and then slide by.
I'd pay $150 for that.
Just hear my footsteps first as a build-up.
The little pitter-patter.
It's just Gilbert doing Foley work.
Go on now, play it.
It's to Heather, and it's from John Lindbergh. John says, tell Heather Happy Valentine's Day. We've been together for 4 years, and I've never given you a gift. 4 years, and he never spent money on you? Boy, Heather, you are my kind of girl. Drop this John and God with me. I'll never spend a dime on you. Anyway, John says, I love you so much, and I'm not, but you are, the one that is so pretty. I hope this one makes you smile, and I look for many, many more. And, Heather, give me a call.
That was good.
See, it
Wait, it's still on.
Uh-huh.
Oh, there it
I'm
is.
glad you couldn't turn it off.
The camera stayed on for a little while.
It sounds like I'm someone who's first learning to work with a cue card.
It is.
That's what it. And I didn't have a cue card.
And you're breaking the fourth wall. John says. It's like saying, enter stage left.
Fade to black. He says cautiously.
Now, Gilbert, I don't know. I'm assuming you did not watch the Grammy Awards, did you?
No.
Did you see the trailer for Aladdin?
No, I heard there's like a whole controversy.
Yes, Aladdin, the Bryan Singer story.
Yeah, Will Smith is catching a whole bunch of shit because he looks really bad. They're doing a live-action version of Aladdin, and Will Smith looks horrible as the genie. Were you contacted at all?
No.
They don't want you playing Iago, the parrot?
As a matter of fact, like the play's been on Broadway for I don't know how many years. Mm-hmm. And when it opened, I thought, for sure they're going to invite me for the big opening. didn't invite me.
Did they get the new Affleck duck guy to do it?
Yeah, they had him on stage and they honored him.
Is this after the Affleck thing? They didn't invite you to the play?
No, didn't invite me. And then I remember after about a year, I called him and I said, I called this theater and they said, "Hi, I'm Gilbert Gottfried. I wanted to know if I could get seats to see Aladdin." And they said, "Well, across the street."
No.
Yeah, we in the afternoon they have them for half price.
They wanted to send you to TKTS.
Yes,
You
yes.
can stand online
In
and buy
fairness,
the tickets.
but Gilbert can't call the box office and go. You gotta have a manager or somebody
I
call
know.
behind.
That's something else I realized.
They probably think you're pranking.
Is that if you have somebody else call, also it makes you sound more important.
Of course. Hi,
Yeah, it
I'm
does.
Gilbert. Can I have a ticket?
Yeah.
No one's gonna say come down. They don't know if
Well,
it's really
Mike,
real.
Hi, this is the parrot from Aladdin. Could I have a ticket for the play?
Hi, I'm Indiana Jones.
Yeah, you have some manager call the manager of the place and go, "Hey, I'm Gilbert's manager." That will get it done.
Yeah, because I remember I went. There was some party at the Playboy Mansion.
Ooh.
So I
Whoa.
called and I said, "It's Gilbert Gottfried. I'd like to see if I can get invited." And they said, "Oh, we're not open to the public." Yes.
You gotta have someone else call.
Yeah. Oh, we're not open to the public. It's always it's already an exercise in like figuring out where you rank when you have to call and say, "Can I have an invitation?"
Yes.
Because they could easily say, like, if you could have an invitation, you would have been invited.
You would have been invited 5 years in advance.
Well,
if you were
it sounds like they did know it was you because they told you where the tickets were at half price. I think they got it right away.
Ba-dum, 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 ba-dum. Oh, it's in my head.
Yeah, I was hoping that.
So
when
what's the problem with Will Smith? I don't know.
he's
I
just,
haven't
it looks.
seen it.
The CGI is horrible.
Oh,
I thought it was-
let's
You think
see.
Will Smith looks bad as
It was
the
very
genie?
believable.
Be glad Robin Williams isn't in it.
This is the old trailer, Troy. We would need the new trailer, not
Yeah, give us the new
the.
one.
It says October 11th is
Give
when
us
it was
the new
uploaded.
one.
Guy gets new tits. Can't count on
Exit
him.
stage left.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping after they showed. See, there he is.
Oh, jeez.
There he is.
What the fuck?
Oh.
You see how his face doesn't really fit the head?
It looks like a bad porn parody of Avatar.
Yes.
Right? Like
Yes.
those porn parodies they did.
See, I see this, right? And in my head, I'm going, maybe the plan is they're just going to take Gilbert, they're just going to find a full-size parrot suit, and they're just going to have him running around and doing the parrot suit thing.
Or have me on a crane flying around.
Gilbert's ready for anything at this point.
Yeah, but nothing, huh?
No.
Oh, that's garbage. That's garbage. Almost as garbage as...
One person
Will Smith in blue
tweeted
paint.
me, and that was my favorite. He said, if Gilbert Gottfried's not in the current Aladdin, I can't be held responsible for what I do in the theater.
Okay, that's a
and
little...
I was very flattered.
You were.
So if he shoots up a theater, it'll be in my name.
And you're
And
glad.
you're honored.
Yes, yes.
And more importantly, you'll be in the next one.
Betty will.
Yeah.
So wait, did you ever get to go?
I'll be in every movie ever made after that.
Did you ever see the play?
Oh, yeah.
You got to go.
Yes.
How'd you get in?
Finally.
TKTS. He went to the booth.
Yeah.
Half price.
I snuck in during intermission.
Did you meet the cast?
Yeah. Well,
They must have loved you. You were in the original.
yeah. Yeah. Very exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Had nothing else to say.
That's okay.
You know, when you start talking, you have nothing. It's like, and then I go, wait, I have nothing to say.
You were really hoping something
Yeah.
would hit you halfully through the sentence,
yes,
and you're like, "Oh no,
yes.
it didn't come."
Yeah.
That's
Happens
it.
to
Yeah.
me night after night.
Yeah. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, I really didn't have a joke right now.
I don't know why we're here.
Yeah.
Are there any environments, Gilbert, that make you uncomfortable to do comedy in? Because I feel like you are just ready for any. I was watching Bumping Mics.
Yeah.
And it was just like, it seemed like any time they looked over at you, you were like, "Oh, you want another joke? Here's 50."
Yeah.
And you were just ready to go at a moment's notice. Is that the way? I mean, are there any environments where you wouldn't just be ready to disgust everybody?
Yeah, I don't know. I can't think of any offhand, but I know there are those times where you're sitting there going, oh, well, how many times do you sit there and go, gee, I'm doing a bad imitation of myself right now.
Yeah.
Right, where you start, I'm doing Gilbert. I'm that guy.
Yeah,
Why am
like I sometimes I'll be doing something and I'll feel like these people who come up to me on the street and imitate me, and I feel like, you know, they're about as good as I am at this moment.
Can I ask you, Gilbert, like, do you get hecklers at your shows, and do you ever have to deal with it? Because I've worked with you, but I've never seen you deal with a heckler.
Not out and out, like, you know.
Right.
Well, I used to get the "you suck, get off the stage," which I used to then do longer.
Yeah.
Sometimes you'll have people scream stuff out, but then if you answer them and that gets a laugh, then the heckler thinks, oh, I got a laugh
helping,
now.
right?
Yeah,
I'm helping the show.
Yeah, I'll say things like, "Hey, people paid to see me, not you."
Yeah,
That
yeah.
really
yeah.
levels
Oh, yeah.
You burn them that bad?
Yeah, I do.
That probably
fucking
nails him every
monster.
time.
Keep it down to a dull roar. My grandmother would say that whenever I was talking too loud.
Your grandma was pretty, for an old woman, she was very gassy,
She
right?
really was, yes.
Yeah.
She told me to keep it down to a dull roar because she was in bed and I had a bullhorn and I was yelling cunt into her room.
So your grandma was the one that would, she would fart on all the car rides,
It
right?
smelled like she was, but she wasn't. She had a catalytic converter problem in the Ford Escort. I asked her if she was farting, and she said no. It was literally the catalytic converter.
Those you smell when a car malfunctioning.
That's a good answer.
Yeah.
I feel like I could fart in any situation.
And blame the
Yeah.
The catalytic converter. I'm like, we're in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Lying old bag.
You know, Gilbert, you're a family man now.
Yes.
And something that you might not know, you know, you hope that the kids grow up to honor your legacy and their kids grow up to honor and everything. And something you might not know about Jim that I've always loved about Jim is that after his grandmother passed away, he brought actually a lady of the night down to his late grandmother's room. And she was pregnant, right?
She was, yeah.
And the pregnant prostitute sat in his dead grandmother's room and smoked crack.
She smoked. Well, he's not. She sucked my and my friend's penis. This is probably 1986.
Something normal in this story.
Yeah, no, that's probably 88. So she sucked my penis, and then went out to my grandmother's living room area, and I could hear something. And I smelled it. I'm like, that's crack. I smelled it.
But guess what? It's what Nana would have wanted.
Yeah, she did do that.
She was a free spirit.
She really was.
But didn't you go to some hooker one time?
One time?
And no, I mean this one particular. And there was also a guy there, and it's like they were going to pounce on you or something. You said you went there. It was a dark, deserted room.
Oh, that was on 2nd Avenue. That was.
I love it. Dude, he looked at you at first like, what are you talking about, Gilbert? And then when you said dark, deserted room, he's like, oh, 2nd Avenue.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
I see.
that's how you separated.
No.
Okay, was this on the corner of 5th or 11th? Yeah.
I thought he was looking at you going like, this story makes no sense to me. In reality, he's looking at you going, this could be any number of
Yeah,
occasions.
he needs the location, the type of brick that was in the
You
wall.
see Jim doing the Terminator scan in his head of all the perverted moments.
I remember this one.
Yeah.
No, I remember this one. 'Cause I thought of this within the last couple of days. It flashed into my head. I went to see her. She was like a girl for like massage or something. I don't even remember what it was. And I walked into this place. It was like a railroad apartment. It was really dark. And I looked in the bathroom, and there was water in the tub with like Burger King wrappers and fruit flies. It looked really
Nothing weird
dirty.
about that.
No, she's holding a screwdriver. So I handed her money, and then she went to the front door and like opened it and handed it to somebody else outside.
Oh, jeez.
And we just sat there, and the back of the apartment was dark. And I thought I heard movement. And in my mind, I'm like, something very bad is going to happen. I got a tremendous premonition of something bad happening. Like my every instinct is like, just go. Get out.
Right.
And I stood up and I'm like, yeah, I'm going to leave. I think I lied. I'm like, I have cancer. I have to go. And I left. I remember I was shaken by that. It was a crazy instinct that I listened to. I remember I saw Colin that night and I'm like, it was just bad. I was shaking. It's like something fucking horrible is going to happen.
Yeah, I don't know if that's instinct or just clear logic? Like, there is no way that scenario ends well for anyone.
Yeah, something, because she was holding that screwdriver, and it was a weird energy. It was an energy thing, and like I just was like, just go.
You didn't.
Well,
ask
maybe
her,
she was a carpenter in her spare time.
She probably was. Yes. She was Christ-like, so maybe.
Yeah.
Bernie Getz role play game going on. I don't know.
And then did you go back the next night?
I did, yes.
Yeah.
And I fucked her and I blew her companion.
Didn't you like catch crabs from the same girl?
Twice.
Yeah.
When I was I was maybe 18. Yeah.
As my father would say, a lazy man does everything twice.
That's right. That's right. Your father was right.
Yeah.
And I knew it was her. The second time, I wasn't 100% sure. And the second time, right after I looked down, and one of the little rascals was fucking rappelling down one of my fucking long pubes.
You got to the bottom of it, huh?
Yep. That's why I still have pubes.
Gilbert, you never went through a prostitute phase, did you?
No, then I'd have to pay.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I was thinking. That
that's
didn't have as much to do with honor as it did the pocketbook. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. You're
No,
not
if there was like like a whorehouse that was giving out free coupons.
Right.
Then
Gilbert doesn't want to pay for food. You think he's paying for sex?
Yeah.
right.
My first time working with House of Blues in Las Vegas, I've heard him for years. I couldn't wait. He was like the first big comic I was ever going to work with. I get to the House of Blues. I'm like, I'm going to pick his brain about this. I'm going to ask him about that. He said 2 words to me, and then I just watched him walk around the green room and steal every condiment packet that was available and put it in his pocket. And I just go, oh my God, he's legit. He's the real deal.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you when you watched the documentary and they portrayed you as somebody who's not maybe you don't enjoy spending money quite as much as the next person.
Yeah, we're called Jews. So thank you. A little respect, asshole.
Did you feel like I don't like the way I was portrayed as much? Or did you go, it's about time people realized I like to keep what's mine and take what's yours?
Oh, well, watching the documentary, to me, it's like, that first time you hear yourself recorded or you see yourself and you go, oh, God, that's not me.
Yeah.
And that's like watching the documentary.
Well, do you say you still save all those like shampoos and stuff?
Yes.
Do you use them?
Yes. Yeah, I use them.
I love that he goes, he watches the documentary. He goes, no, that's not me. And then he continues to do everything he did in the documentary. Like he doesn't stop a thing.
Yeah, I don't stop it, but I just go. And watching myself, I felt like I thought I walked like Red Fox in Sanford and Son.
Gilbert's the only guy who gets wanded leaving a show, not entering.
Have you ever been caught stealing anything embarrassing from a
Yes,
venue?
he has. At Artie Lang's show.
What happened?
I forget what they call you taking. It was like a coffee maker. It was, when Nick DiPaolo and Artie had the show on DirecTV.
Right.
From the green room. They were like, yeah, Gilbert was here. He took the coffee maker. They had to make him, like, they caught him.
Did you steal Nick DiPaolo and Artie Lang's coffee maker?
It was something from the back.
Not the coffee maker.
Yeah.
I
Was it all the
probably
coffees?
stole some coffees from them.
Whatever it was,
fine.
they caught him and
They caught him.
yeah, it was a problem.
The coffee, if I could slip it under my jacket, I would have taken the coffee maker.
By the way, that's what they paid with back then.
Yeah.
was coffee.
That was a fun gig. You did that show a bunch.
Yeah.
I loved. They had a giant studio with 2 hot
So
girls.
nice, man.
And what I remember at that show, besides Bichetti being the announcers, all these pretzels. They
Yes.
had those, those fucking flat. It looks like a pretzel has been sliced with a deli slicer.
Yeah.
They're the best.
They were great.
You miss doing the Artie and Nick show for the pretzels.
Yes, I do.
I see. That's
Yes,
pretty
I
good
do.
insight.
I do. I love the pretzels.
That really says a lot about the legacy of a show.
It was just so much fun. You'd sit there. And
I hope one day people go, oh, I miss doing Jim and Sam because the intern used to bring us coffee.
That's true.
Yeah, they had a box of tissues on the desk. God, we really missed the show.
Yeah. Yeah, nobody was looking. You go home with the whole box. No problem.
They had a water fountain at the end of the hallway. I really missed their show.
The toilet had those little square papers like high school.
Yes.
Those little square toilet papers.
So do you strategize your meals? Meaning, when you go to a show, do you go like, okay, no, I'm not going to eat before the show
Absolutely.
because they're going to give me a free meal,
Absolutely.
and I'm going to eat more than I actually want, so that I'm not hungry after.
And you know what I hate too is if I get 2 offers for a free meal in one day, then I feel like, one rules out the other.
I see.
It's
because
too
you want
good
to
of a
you want to
Yeah.
eat enough for the first
Yes.
free meal that it's going to last you all day.
Exactly.
And I'd rather have the second meal tomorrow, so that way I eat for free tomorrow too.
yes.
That makes sense to me.
You also have to factor in him missing an opportunity for yet another free meal is going to burn him up all fucking day and night.
Absolutely.
It
right?
will.
Oh, yeah.
It'll get you
Yeah.
upset.
Is your
Yes.
wife like this too?
Yeah. No.
No.
She'll eat. She want to pay for a meal.
Right,
Not
you don't
me.
like that.
Yeah.
Do you guys
She's one of
argue about it?
those?
What?
She's one of those that
Yeah,
actually
she's
buy
one of
food?
those.
Yeah.
Do you guys argue about it or no?
One of those that puts your hand in your pocket and takes out $1. One of those people.
So is it frustrating if you're out like she wants to go out and eat and you're like, I want to just stay here?
Oh, sure. And then it's kind of like, I guess it's the way of describing the Gentiles. Oh, he's one of those people who pays for his meal.
If you're going on,
Shiksa.
Are you a big tipper?
Oh, God, I don't know. I never know what to do. That's like a scary thing.
Do you tip drivers?
Sometimes.
sometimes, you know what that means?
No.
But I don't want to say that on the radio.
Right.
When let's say you get like an Uber Eats or something like that. What Uber and Uber Eats do now is they'll come up after the thing gets delivered and the whole transaction is over. A thing will come up on your screen going, I hope you enjoyed your whatever service, drive or meal. Would you like to tip the driver? What option would you take? 2, 4, 6, or no thanks?
Well, if my name is attached to it, then you feel
zero.
more pressure.
I see.
to tip.
I see. But if it's anonymous,
Oh, anonymous!
That's gonna be no-go.
I'd fuck the guy over in a sec.
It's hard to know. Everyone knows you.
Yeah.
What's the biggest tip you've ever given somebody?
Oh, I don't know. If I left that
you ever
big,
put down a 5 spot?
what, $5? Yes. Well,
Did you see him clutch his chest?
What am I, Rockefeller?
When you go on vacation with your family, will you pay for first class airfare? I mean, you've been in show business for so long.
You have been.
Would you pay for first class airfare in a 5-star hotel?
Not a first class. A couple of times I've used maybe miles. To get,
Sure.
but the funny thing is, I remember in the old days
Yeah.
of airlines, I would get on. I'd have a coach ticket, and back then,
Oh, yeah.
if they
You could sneak- it's like a
recognize you,
concert.
yeah, if they recognize you, they go, "Oh, here, let me see if there's something." And they would never do that.
It's all
So would you just-
computerized now. They can't. It's all on a computer.
Yeah.
So would you just go to the airport every time wearing a problem child T-shirt?
Yeah, it won't help. They won't put you on first.
She's
Right.
boarding the plane.
Parrot coming through. And there were a couple of times I've done this where I'd walk past the first class lounge and then I'd act like play stupid and I'd just ask like I want some information about the place.
Right.
And then if they recognize me, they go, "Oh, why don't you come?" But forget it.
They don't do it anymore, right?
No, now you could be a member of the first class club, and they'll hold you out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you worry sometimes that when you're sitting in coach, people will go, "That's the big celebrity, Gilbert Gottfried. What's he doing in coach?"
Oh, sure.
Don't you want to maintain a certain image
Sure.
of yourself?
Nah.
No.
Not if I could save $1.
Right, not unless
Yeah.
it's free.
Yeah.
I see. Do you and your wife eat separately? She'll go to a place where you have to pay and you'll maybe
That's
look
like
for something.
that Henny Youngman joke. Yeah. Me and my wife have a romantic dinner every week. She goes on Wednesday, I go on Thursday.
But will you at least allow her to find
yes,
without
yes.
giving her a hard time?
Yes.
Or do you give her a hard time?
I'll give her a hard time.
You will.
Yes.
Okay.
I also picture Gilbert as a guy who's totally fine with sitting in the middle seat on a flight.
No, middle. Oh, God.
You're-
I've sat in the middle of you. That's pretty horrible.
It sucks. It's the worst.
That is torture.
Do you check your seat before the plane? Like before you fly, do you ask for a
Always.
specific seat?
Yeah, I used to. Oh God, I remember there was one. This was when a TV show was flying me out. There was one airline that had what everybody referred to as the Captain Kirk seat.
The middle seat was
Yes.
American Airlines first class cross country.
Yes.
Yeah, and it was 2 on the left, 1 middle, 2 on the right. I think TWA had it was a big
Yeah.
767.
It would be a single person, meaning there's 2 rows.
That was great.
Hey, I
Yes, it
sat
was
behind
the-
Al Sharpton once. He was in the first middle seat, and I was in the second middle seat. And I just watched him sleep for the whole flight.
Oh,
creepy.
one
Yep.
time I was in the middle seat and I was sitting behind Kiefer Sutherland.
Oh.
And it was right after Kiefer Sutherland, like Julia Roberts, like didn't show up at the wedding.
She was shitting at home.
Yeah, she was taking a
Wow,
big
did she stand
shit.
him up at the wedding? Or was it-
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, and this is a 100% true. The stewardess is handing out earphones, and she says to Kiefer Sutherland, "Will you be watching the movie today?" And he said, "Watch the movie." And I swear to God, she said, "Julia Roberts in Runaway Bride."
No.
Yeah. And he surprisingly said no.
No, thank you.
Yeah. That was 100% true.
That
Wow.
middle seat on that American flight was so fucking great.
It was like Captain Kirk, the way he sits in that big seat
Yeah.
with the big armrest right in the center.
Nobody bothers you. No one to the left or right. You could jump out each aisle to piss. It's up to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you do? What do you do with your offspring, Gilbert?
Or if
because
you're Julia Roberts, you could jump out to shit.
everybody
Yeah.
knows. Let her through. Let her through.
Yeah.
She's got to go shit.
Yeah, you could shit in the rug.
You know, children can be very, very expensive.
Yes.
Not only, if they're
Not to Gilbert.
They're,
Yeah.
they can, not only for their schooling, but also for their recreation. There's always there's a new toy. There's this. There's that. They want to whatever. Are you chintzy with your offspring as well, or is that a different
See,
scenario?
now that's something that's. See, now it's. I remember when I was a kid,
Mm-hmm.
there were these things, these toys they advertised on TV, and I thought, I'll never have one of those.
Right.
Yeah, like my parents would never get me.
Were they cheap?
Yeah, well, they didn't have that much money. They didn't. It was like. Yeah, and you know what? Get this. I always think about my parents when I think of
Coming?
Yeah, when,
I thought I was the only one.
when I'm jerking off and fingering my asshole at the same time. Surprisingly,
It's like mom and dad are both here.
I think of my dead grandparents.
Whatever gets you there, Gilbert. No judgment here. Nobody's here to judge you, pal.
I always think when I complain about jobs I have, like, doing a club or whatever, and then I think, wow, like my father actually got his hands dirty.
Right.
Yeah.
Sure
Yeah.
you did.
Right.
Fingering your asshole.
But so what do you do? I mean, you have money, unlike your parents. When your kids say, "I want something," you got to give it to them, right?
Yeah.
'Cause they don't-
Or I might put them up for adoption.
Okay,
If the price
right.
is too high.
Or try to sell them, like
Yes,
like
yeah.
an Oliver Twist, make a
Yes.
couple bucks off them.
Hi, this is Gilbert Gottfried. I'm selling my kid. Would you?
See now the imitation he just did there. I
Right.
sometimes when I'm on stage, or when I feel it the most,
Where?
when I'm at some event and like a reporter will put a mic in my face and I feel like I have to say something funny.
Right.
Right, and you're like, "What's the Gilbert Gottfried voice again?" Let me
Yeah,
start doing
yeah.
the voice. Yeah.
And so your imitation just now, I felt like that's funnier than me. 90% of the
Never.
time.
Do you ever feel
Right.
not funny going on stage?
Do you ever get this feeling on stage that sometimes when you're up there in the middle of it, all of a sudden it comes into your head and you say, what the fuck am I doing right now? It's like there's a bunch of people looking at me and I'm standing here.
It's like autopilot. Sometimes I'll be like, "Am I here right now?" Like it doesn't feel like I even am there. It feels
Oh,
like
yeah.
I'm lightheaded and I'm somewhere else. And I'm like, "Just keep talking. This is real. This is happening." It's really-
Yes.
You ever just look at them and then in your head you're like, I fooled all these people.
Yeah.
They actually.
Oh, well, I mean,
They actually think I'm good at this.
I felt that way my entire career.
I know.
It's like I always feel like show business I snuck into. It's a party that I snuck into.
Right.
And one day they're going to look at the guest list and see I'm not invited.
why I
You're
always
just constantly waiting for that metaphorical bouncer, like you're just looking over your
Yes.
shoulder at all times.
That's why I never got bothered by hecklers because they're like, you suck. You go, you don't like me? I hate me.
Yeah, exactly.
You've just known me for 3 minutes.
Yeah.
I've known me my whole fucking life.
And you're right.
Yeah,
I'm
and-
garbage.
Yeah, I'm not denying it.
That's why I'm calling my new CD "Fooling You." Yeah, I think it's kind of cute.
Yeah.